So I cannot stress enough the importance of remembering that no contract, be it blood, ink, devil, or man, can be forced or enforced if signed under duress or false pretenses and constructs. So just like they tell you, get a lawyer or read the fine print. Sometimes when you're being held against your will or your family's being threatened, you don't really have that luxury. But what you have to understand is the so simplest thing is God can remove everything, everything. Illness, binding oaths, whether it's to a gang, a cult, a coven, a corporation, God can get you out of everything. Also understanding the importance of frequency. So, or dreams, or poisons, or psyops, mental triggers. Because again, music, movies, TV, your day to day life, there's people who can literally compel you with their eyes. There's literally hypnosis. There's embedded codes. And I don't tell you this to stuff to scare you. I tell you this to protect you. And again, to always, besides protecting you, to give glory to God. Because He's so flippin' amazing. And the world we live in is so flippin' amazing. And as much bad as there is, there's so much good. And so when you understand frequency or the understanding how you can go through the darkest, most terrible things, be it yourself or witnessing other people or finding out who the culprits are, because again, 9 times out of 10 it's not strangers, so it can really crush you that the people that you idolize, the people that you love, the people that you thought were meant to keep you safe, that loved you, that cared about you, that you were friends with, that you broke bread with, that you, even the very people who got you through these terrible times, turns out could be the very ones that were the reason you were in those terrible times. But again, it's life is not complicated. People make it complicated. Your thoughts and emotions make it complicated. But you can break those things with something so simple, like humming. I like to play with the neighborhood kids, and again, just like I hum, na 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 boo boo, like literally just something so silly. Or if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. Again, so simple, but such a cheerful little song. Um, Again, when I'm around people, I don't care if they're 100, I don't care if they're 40, 20, 10. If they're like looking so sad and serious, I'll ask them, hey, what's wrong? Because again, they can be smiling, but you can see sadness or pain in their eyes. Or you can be having a bad day, and I'll just, or someone else could, and I'm like, or they can you know that they're just like beefing with somebody themselves, you, whatever, and be like, you want to thumb wrestle? Like dead ass. You want to thumb wrestle? It doesn't matter who it is. I swear to you, they're gonna bust out a smile. They're gonna, or if you again, just remind them, like, positive thoughts, positive things. You know you want to thumb wrestle again. I even found at the store these thumb wrestling tattoos that were like Ninja Turtles and the Foot Patrol. How flippin' awesome is that? And again, it sounds crazy, it sounds childish, but that's the important thing. Because again, we're God's children. Like I call all the neighborhood kids, even the big ones that are baby. And they're like, I'm not a baby, or she's not a baby, and I'm like, but you're my babies. We're all God's babies. Doesn't matter if we're 100. We're God's children. So just remember to always feed your inner child, to let your inner child have a time to come out, to flourish, to literally, I'll just start dancing and singing, twirling, just again. Or like the Joker, bro. If you think you're too cool for school, too cool to thumb wrestle, too cool to hum, just fucking bust out that malicious Joker laugh. Again, like that belly Santa Claus Joker maniacal, or even you want whoa, like, again, whatever it gets you through it, to just always keep the joy, because again, that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to keep the frequency down. They're trying to feed off the anguish, off the pain. If you don't give them that, then they have no power. And again, they have no power over you or your life. Um, So again, they can try to break your, that's what they're trying to do, break your spirit, okay? If they can't break your back, if they can't break your balls, if they can't break your relationships or your money, that's your spirit. They're trying to harden your heart. So that's the important thing, to keep your heart soft, to keep your heart open, to look at the sky, look at the clouds, look for animals or symbols or pictures. Look at the trees, look at nature, talk to the birds. Hello, little bird, good morning. Like, again, squirrels, woodchucks, raccoons, whatever. They can be pests, just like children can be pests. Adults can be pests, coworkers can be pests, your relationships can. I'm like, what? You're sick of me? Take a nap. You know what I mean? Again, or I used to joke and be like, what? I got 13 personalities. Or you're bored with me? I got costumes. Like, again, again, don't be afraid of how you dress on the outside, be it in your bedroom or in your day-to-day life. If you like something, there's a poem, and again, I for some reason never really liked the color purple. I don't know why. It just always triggered me. I didn't understand Prince and the color purple. I had a stepmother that was a color purple. Everybody in my life seemed to want to buy me purple things, and in high school, there's a poem that says, and I love it. But it's like, when I'm an old woman, I'll wear the color purple, and I'll spit, and I'll eat till my heart's content, and I'll waste my money on little bits and baubles, and again, it's like basically saying how, like, fuck everybody and what they think. Like, I'll do all the things that I didn't do when I was young, and they'll just look at me like I'm just a crazy old lady, and great. So, but again, don't wait till you're old or to and look back with regret. Like, do everything now, because the only moment that ever is and ever will be is now. All the moments, all the timelines, all the realms, it's all, if you, and again, if you want to remove the magic of it, then the science of it, the multiverse, the quantum physics, it's all one. The past, the present, and the future are all one. They all exist in one moment, which is now. Every moment matters. The most important being this one. And the most important way to break free from, like, again, Fleetwood Mac, break free from the chains, or something, however that song goes. I don't know why I just got that mixed that up with Wilson Phillips. Like, someday somebody's gonna turn around and make you cry. Until then, baby. Anyway, don't you know things change if you hold on for one more day? I promise you I can sing, but I'm not really trying. And again, and the reason I'm not trying is because I'm exhausted. I woke up, I had a flippin' headache. I had some wicked, weird dreams. And again, I know this is all these witchy bitches and their stupid psyops and their weirdness. And again, they'll use the people you love. They'll use sexual things in your dream again, to make you tainted, because again, the purity, the innocence, the things that you watch, and again, they can try to attach demons to you, attach jinn to you. These things are very real. And again, whether you believe it or not, it doesn't matter. And this is the thing too, the funny thing, these demons, witches, warlocks, and cults I'm always talking about, they believe in God. They believe in Jesus. Literally, you can, if you start talking about God and Jesus and somebody's got a demon attached to them, bro, they'll start rocking. They'll get itchy, antsy. They'll start ripping paper, grass. The other day I was sitting with a neighbor, and she's like super mad. And again, she's supposed to be my friend. And she's like in the verge of tears because she's like, and she's doing these, like, she's drawing on her skin. And I know that she's hexing me, or trying to, but she's hurting herself, because you have to understand, you can rebuke and return to sender times 10 in Jesus' name and God's grace and strength. Anything. Even if you wake up from a dream, you rebuke it, return it to sender. Again, because I said before, like, so your brain, we're like, we're transmitters and receivers. We are literally a walking computer, or a database, or a tower. Because again, we're like pinging and receiving. Your brain is transmitters and responders. These nerve endings and these centers of your brains, again, our eyes, our fingers, our skin, our mouth, it takes in information, right? Your senses are taking this in, and then your brain processes it and then bonds it, sends it back out to the rest of your body to make your body react or act either emotionally or physically or spiritually to what it's sensing. And we used to think there was only 5 senses or whatever, but now we know there's literally over 200 senses. And again, it was crazy because when I was a kid, they used to like medicate me because I could see things and feel things that other people didn't know that existed. Whether they, and again, the difference between magic and science is time and cult society's ability to comprehend or grasp and accept what is there. So again, and you have to be tricky too. So like just because you see things, don't let it control you. So and again, sometimes it gets frustrating, and I always think about like Jesus or Einstein or Tesla, and you're like, well, fuck, or Madame Curie, or there was a doctor who he lost his job, he lost his family, they locked him up in a psych ward because he told doctors they had to wash their hands before they did surgery because of germs. Like again, I had issues with I was like going through this, and again, when you see everything, when you can see literally clothes breathe, the ethers move in the air, when you meet somebody, it's like a spider web of all the literally their whole timelines, their whole family's life, or my brain would be like a Rolodex of information. One time this kid was like, your eyes flutter, because again, I'm just pulling up information, or I'm taking in all their family history just from one meeting. And again, it used to scare people because I could tell them things about themselves before they knew it themselves. Or people will try to lie to you and be like, I'm fine, I'm good, I love you. And you're like, nah, bro. Or I had exes that are like, bro. And this is the thing. So, like, I can know what people are going to do before they do, like I said. And so then they would get mad at me. And again, trust your spidey senses. Like this whole thing about spidey sense. Trust your fucking gut. Trust yourself. It doesn't matter what the 3D world around you is telling you, if you're right or wrong, or you think that whatever crazy thought you have or thing that you see, it doesn't matter what even you think. Trust yourself. Trust your senses. God gives us these things, these gifts, these senses, the intelligence, the ability to reflect and analyze and interpret and react. It's a gift. But again, society will try to wear these things down from you because they don't want you in your full power. They don't want you to break free from the matrix. This is the devil's game. And again, the way to beat them is so fucking simple. It's so simple. Whether it's Hillary Clinton trying to make you join some demonic cult, whether it's fucking the Kardashians and their soul fucking siphoning fucking sex bullshit, whether it's fucking Congress, whether it's foreign governments or doctors and corrupt members of the NSA and the NASA and the NOAA and the fucking HARP, all these things that can literally put you in government experiments and implant things into your body that you aren't even aware of, because again, they can drug you, they can compel you, there's that thing from Men in Black, the neuralizer, that's really a real thing. And again, you can get everything you think you know about technology or movies. So there's a rule, you have to tell you about it. So these things that are in the movies, these things they're telling you because they have to, that's the rule. But also anything that the government has, the people on the streets can now get. But again, the technology we think is available is astronomically more advanced than we even realize. But the way to break it all is so fucking simple. It's to have joy in your heart, to keep your heart soft, to smile. Yep. Let them think that you want to thumb wrestle. Just hum. Or there's that little skunk in the barnyard, PU. And or what's that song from Bing? Down, down, baby, down, back. Again, just whatever silly little song, even if it's a different song, like a rock song. I love a lot of Godsmack. Or Foreigner, Journey, Whitesnake, Bob Seger, Fleetwood Mac, Hank Williams Sr., the golden oldies, the mamas and the papas, the turtles, the fucking Frank Zappa,